Hi everyone, we're here at the Modus event in Yeovil and we've got the Dutch destroyer Vincent van der Voort with us. Vincent, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
You've just been out there, what an unbelievable auditorium and crowd out there. I say, lovely arena to play darts in.
Yeah, it was nice, yeah, nice people, nice crowd. Yeah, enjoyed myself.
All the Modus exhibitions that you do you use them as good match practice, being up on a stage, playing against Michael, Joe and Simon they're here? Is it good practice or is it just a little bit of fun for you?
It's more a little bit of fun, really. Practice is just serious darts and you want to compete, and this is most of the time just having a good night out.
That fell. Obviously not the best year for yourself in terms of results. You've put in some good performances but you've been beaten by big averages when you've played well as well. Has that been frustrating?
Yes and no. I knew in the beginning of the year we made some pictures of my back and I had to change my throw, my stance. And I've done that, so I knew the first couple of months will be really hard to adjust to that situation. And now I think I'm starting to get better and better, and I think the next year will be all right. But of course, you want to have better results.
I was going to say, we all know you've had a bad back for a while. Has that been really tough trying to get that fixed and carry on trying to hit those high standards as well?
Yeah, of course, because once a doctor tells you you've got 2 hernias and a bad left hip, then yeah, it's really difficult. But I've found a stance now that I'm not putting any pressure on it. So, but it's just like learning to play darts again from the start. So it takes time before you can play well again.
So that's got to be really tough, trying to undo all those years of playing one way to start again.
Oh, definitely. Every time you go to the board, you have to think about where to stand. Because normally I would stand a little bit left from the hockey, and I'm standing right on the right. And I just have to think about it every time when I go to the hockey. Don't stand there. But I'm starting to get used to it, and I think I'm playing better and better. And hopefully next year will be a lot better.
I say it's obviously dropped out of the top 32 in the world. I'm guessing is it no baby steps to get back into the top 32? Is that the first aim again?
Yeah, no, I'm not looking at rankings. I'm looking at results at every tournament I'm playing in. And in patches I play very well. I think this year as well. I had a couple of very good averages, but also really poor ones. So sometimes it clicks because you're standing all different, and sometimes it doesn't. And I have to make sure that the level is going to be consistent on a proper level.
Obviously, all roads now lead to Alexandra Palace. Is that where your focus is now to get right for the big ones at Ali Pali?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's one match a day. So that's the easiest preparation there is. The Pro Tours are much more difficult for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Worlds. I'm always looking forward to that, and I think I will play well there.
Do you still believe you've got the game to go deep in the Worlds?
I think I have. I mean, with me, that I know I can beat everybody in the world, but I can also lose to everybody in the world. So it depends on which Vincent turns up.
Dutch darts is really booming at the moment. Obviously yourself, Michael, Raymond, and the likes of Jeffrey Desjoin now coming through. Darts is really strong in Holland.
It is really strong. We got loads of players, but we don't have a lot of people who coming around and doing the stuff like Michael and Raymond does. We had Yellow for a couple of years. We got Jeffrey now, but after that, it's not that we have a lot of amazing talents that comes along and will take Michael's place. If Michael drops down the rankings, I don't think we have a lot of people who can do consistently what he did.
Obviously, there's always the rivalry between Michael and Raymond about who's the best Dutch player, and they talk about it as well. In Holland, from an independent point of view, who is the biggest star now, do you think, Michael or Raymond?
I think probably Raymond is the most popular because of what he did in 1998, but the new players are all looking after Michael. I think it's 50-50, but for Raymond it's a long time ago when he won his last World Championship, and for Michael he's the star now. So, but Raymond will always be a legend.
One day in the near future, would you like to see one of the big PDC majors go to Holland instead of? I know they've got the big nights in the Premier League at Rotterdam. Would you like to see one of the big majors over a week, perhaps, be played in Holland?
Of course, really, yeah, of course. To play for your own country and have a week tournament would be great, but the big problem is the week tournaments are all stuck to the same venue all of the time, and in the PDC we have too many tournaments that is not ranked, so it's not that important. And so maybe a new tournament will be great, a week tournament, and will be ranked in Holland. That will be great.
As a player, is that frustrating that you've got the ranked ones, you've got the invite ones that, yes, they're great because they're glitz and glamour, they're on TV, but they don't affect your rankings?
Well, of course it's difficult, because one question I want to ask Barry Hearn: do you think it's sport or it's entertainment, really? Is he looking at, he wants to be like the WWF and the fake wrestling, or you want to be a real sport? Because all the new tournaments he makes up, it's all non-ranked, and so he can put in everyone who he wants, and it's not about who's the best player in the world who plays there, and I think, yeah, that's something to look after, but yeah, I'm not the boss. So,
obviously everyone sees Vincent on stage. Away from darts, what do you like to do sporting wise? Is that, do you follow like football and things like that?
I follow every sport. I'm a really big sports fan. Name a sport and I'm watching it, right? I like sports.
Have you got an English team that you follow in the Premier League?
I'm not a supporter of any English teams. I'm an Ajax supporter, and that's it. But I watch the English competition a lot, really, because great football. It's not like our competition at all.
Obviously, being an Ajax fan, I bet you have some great banter with Michael away from it, because obviously he's a big PSV.
Oh yeah, definitely, all the time when we play each other. Or lately he's been the one who's having a mark at me. But hopefully this year we will be champions.
Is the Dutch national team on the way back as well? Obviously, it's a bit of disappointment that you weren't involved in the World Cup. Are they on the way back, do you think?
I think so, yeah. We got some big talents, really good players, and I think in a couple of years we'll be having a very strong team. We got all young players, but really good talents. We finally got something to look after again. So.
Do you think the stars that you had in that Holland team, the likes of Ryan Robben, Wesley Sneijder, do you think they went on too long and stopped the progression of some of the youngsters coming through?
There was not the talents like they were not coming in that period. So, but now we got some players who maybe can be as good as them.
Vincent, absolute pleasure. We'll let you get back to the practice board. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.